Samsung may have just cancelled one of the most anticipated camera upgrades for the Galaxy S27 series. For months, rumors suggested that Samsung was testing a variable aperture camera for its upcoming Galaxy S27 lineup. There were even reports that Samsung had already started testing camera modules designed for this technology. But according to a new report from ET News, Samsung has reportedly decided not to use a variable aperture camera on any Galaxy S27 model. That means the Galaxy S27, Galaxy S27 Plus, Galaxy S27 Pro, and even the Galaxy S27 Ultra are all expected to launch without this feature. So, why did Samsung reportedly change its mind? The main reasons appear to be cost, thickness, and limited image quality improvements. Samsung is said to have tested variable aperture camera modules from suppliers including MCNEX and Samsung Electromechanics. However, after testing the hardware, the company reportedly concluded that the improvement in real-world image quality was simply not big enough to justify the additional manufacturing cost and the extra thickness of the camera module. And honestly, this decision is a little surprising. Samsung was one of the first major smartphone makers to bring a variable aperture style camera to a flagship phone. The Galaxy S9 introduced a dual aperture camera back in 2018, and Samsung continued the technology with the Galaxy S10 in 2019. But starting with the Galaxy S20 series, Samsung moved away from the feature and relied more heavily on computational photography and software processing. Now, it looks like Samsung could be sticking with that strategy for another generation. And there's another interesting part to this story. Apple is reportedly expected to introduce variable aperture cameras on the upcoming iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max. If that happens, Samsung could actually find itself in an interesting position. A feature Samsung previously introduced could return to the spotlight through Apple's next-generation iPhones, while Samsung chooses to leave it out of the Galaxy S27 lineup. But the Galaxy S27 series may still bring some serious camera upgrades. According to current leaks, the Galaxy S27 Pro and Galaxy S27 Ultra could both feature a 200-megapixel primary camera, along with a 50-megapixel ultrawide camera with autofocus. Both models are also rumored to feature a new 16-megapixel front-facing camera. The Galaxy S27 Pro could reportedly use a 12-megapixel telephoto camera with 3x optical zoom, while the Galaxy S27 Ultra is expected to go further with a 50-megapixel telephoto camera supporting 5x optical zoom. Meanwhile, the standard Galaxy S27 and Galaxy S27 Plus could keep a more familiar camera setup. Current rumors point to a 50-megapixel main camera, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera, and a 10-megapixel telephoto camera on both models. For selfies, the Galaxy S27 and S27 Plus are reportedly expected to continue with a 12-megapixel front camera. So, while Samsung may be dropping the variable aperture idea, that doesn't necessarily mean the Galaxy S27 camera system will be disappointing. In fact, Samsung could be focusing on improvements that have a bigger impact in everyday photography, including better sensors, improved HDR, stronger low-light performance, better autofocus, and more advanced image processing. Of course, none of these Galaxy S27 camera specifications are officially confirmed yet, so they should still be treated as leaks and rumors. But if these reports are accurate, Samsung's strategy is becoming pretty clear. Instead of adding a complicated variable aperture system, Samsung may be choosing to improve the cameras through larger or newer sensors and better computational photography. And if Apple really does bring variable aperture to the iPhone 18 Pro lineup, the camera competition between Apple and Samsung could get even more interesting. So what do you think? Would you rather have a variable aperture camera on the Galaxy S27 Ultra, or would you prefer Samsung to focus on better sensors, zoom, low-light photography, and image processing? Let me know what you think in the comments, and stay tuned for more Galaxy S27 news and leaks.